Albert Kofi Ahin. He joins me live. They monitored elections yesterday in Talensi, and he's going to give us his perspective on happenings there. Thank you very much, sir, for your time. First of all, what do you make of the election process yesterday?
Well, yesterday we issued a statement. We focused on the voting process itself and the security of polls. That's at the end of the day. And before that one, I think we even came out to say that the earlier on, we issued a statement at the very beginning of the poll. That's before the polling station business started. And we said that every action taken by the commission around that time was very okay. Except that in some cases the poll started not on time, but generally it was by 7:30 all polling stations were working.
Right, we had
when it comes to sensitive materials like the ballot papers, the registers and everything, I think they also had we had an okay there for them. When you talk about biometric verification, people were apprehensive about the fact that maybe the machines were not going to work. But again, kudos to the commission because they had backup machines there. And only in a few cases that we reported that some people were there, and of course they tried several times, they couldn't get the identification done for them. But, generally, it was okay. Security-wise, to midday, everything was perfect until this problem started coming in.
Right, and so those reports of gunshots we received late yesterday around 3 p.m. What's your own analysis of the situation? Did it in any way affect voting?
No, I wouldn't say so. It didn't affect any voting because the events actually didn't take place at the polling centers. But CODEO condemns in no uncertain terms violence in elections. And it doesn't augur well for this country as well. You cannot have an election where at the police station things are okay, and then again around it at the periphery or maybe within the area where the election is conducted, people will be firing guns. It doesn't give a good picture. And I think everybody in Ghana should condemn such an act. And maybe CODEO will have to appeal to the Ghana Police Service to go into this matter, and then whoever is found to be culpable should be prosecuted.
My very final question to you, Mr. Ahin. We've had reports by the People's National Convention, and they are accusing the Electoral Commission as well as the NDC of rigging the eventual outcome, which is the results. Is this something you intend to look into?
Well, I didn't have any reports concerning this particular one, but if there is a case of a rigging, there are avenues for redress. The PNC could have filed a report at the center. And anytime there's an election, there's room for you to appeal against something, to file a petition. So refusing to sign the declaration of results form is not the solution to the problem. If there's a problem at the polling station and you don't agree to spoil ballots that have been counted or whatever, you could put that into writing. And this could have been channeled to the commission for investigation.
I said my final question, but kindly pardon me, I've got one final question for you. So what we saw in Talensi yesterday with regards to the intimidation, alleged intimidation, gunshots and what have you, is it a foretaste of what we are to expect in 2016?
Yes, if we don't stab it in the bud, or we don't nip it in the bud. You see, gradually, people who've been perpetrating these acts are being emboldened. Day in, day out, people do it, and nothing is done to them. So maybe there should be a stop to these kind of things in a way, to act as a deterrent to people who are interested in doing this kind of thing. I believe elections are beautiful things that everybody should cherish. We elect people to come and represent us, to see to our welfare. And there's no point in killing each other before these people are elected. And
right,
so
if
we are not careful as a nation, we are going to enter 2016 with this kind of thing. Of course, let us not also forget that when it is by-election, all concentration is at a very small area. All the powerful gurus in the parties concentrate, and the friction is always there. But of course, we should be very careful. So we tread cautiously, and we don't send this into 2016. Otherwise, it will not be good for this nation.
All right, thank you very much. Kofi Ahen is with a coalition of domestic election observers sharing his thoughts on yesterday's elections in Talensi.